Hello and welcome. We are
the Sisters of the Holy Fiber. This is episode 15. My name is Devin, also known as Rambunctious Guy.
And I'm Heather, also known as Tiny Kiwi.
And here's Timber.
Hey, it's Timber! Surprise guest appearance by Timber, the nosy cat. So, grab your crochet hook and your yarn or whatever you're working on and join us while we craft and chat.
Welcome to our new viewers and thanks for coming back if you've been hanging around for a while. So what you working on this week?
I'm trying to remember what I was doing with this little shell crochet scarf that I was making.
I remember that from a long time ago. I like that one.
Yeah, every time I work on it, everyone's like, I love that. Can I have that? And every time I work on it, I'm like, I hate you. Because I kind of made up the color change part on the edges, and then it starts aggravating my OCD, and then I don't get much done. So that's all I've got going so far. But that's progress, because it used to be just this big. So yeah, that's what I've been working on.
I think you should work like 2 more shell rows and call it a cowl and call it good.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
See? I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, a lot less work. Good gracious. Yeah. That might make me hate it a little less if I knew there was like an end in sight instead of...
Because with a scarf,
yeah,
there is no end in sight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just saying.
Till the yarn runs out. Cute, cute. Yeah, I was organizing my yarn today and, or trying to. And I got a lot of whips. Oh god, I could cry. Yeah.
Time to finish something. You know what you should do? Your goal should be, or could be, I'm not going to say should, you can do whatever you want, to get one of your whips, like, all done except for the ends woven in. So your goal is to actually finish it on the 1st of whatever the next month is. And
so in like 4 or 5 days.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then turn it in for detention. Whip the 1st.
Yeah.
I just an idea.
It's a good idea.
And I on a platter for your consideration.
Well, if I'm talking about whips I need to get done, we could talk about this one, which I'm also kind of working on. I got a little bit further. So, like, the stained glass part of my, I'm telling people it's just a swatch, because people don't really understand what wristers are.
Yeah, people don't wear wristers unless you knit.
Yeah. Or, I don't know, it's like you can buy them at Hot Topic and stuff. Like just the pre-made ones with some stitching on them or whatever, and some kind of band name or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a younger generation thing. But yeah, I gotta finish this guy. And I do a row and then I'm like, I hate you. And then I set it down, which is why I'm kind of cycling through all these projects that I hate that I have on the needles. I'm seeing a theme with my projects and it's, I hate you.
Yeah, and then it's like, why don't you just rip it out and do something you want to do?
But I like it. It's so pretty.
You never sent me that picture of that cable.
What cable? Oh, yeah. Oops. Oh, you changed the subject. Yes. What are you working on?
Washcloth. I have had no...
mojo?
I don't know. I just, I get into, places where I consider myself a knitter, and then I realize I haven't knit in, a week.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just, not really working on much.
Yeah, it's the curse of the break month. I'm always like, I'm gonna get so much done in the break month, and then the break month comes, and I'm like, nothing happened.
I know. I'm like, I'm gonna get my owl and stuff ready.
Yeah.
We'll see if that happens. I don't know. Yeah. I have extra time today, so it might actually happen. But.
Yeah, and I started looking at my yarn with a serious eye to, you've got, 5 days to figure out and swatch for an owl if you want to do it. That's what I'm telling myself. Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't happen, it's going to be 3 months of working on my whips and other small projects. Because I need to do those anyway, so it's not like, skin off my teeth or whatever. But, I can't, what I've got, the yarn I've got, is just, like, not what I want to do. Like, I want to do, like, cable worsted, big old vests and sweaters, and it's like, number one, I've never made a vest or sweater. Stop looking at the vest and sweater patterns. Yeah. And the other one is, like, I have, like, a lot of, like, lace weight and small things. Small weight. I've got so much sock yarn, I could make socks for a long time. Except that I don't make socks. So, I've been looking at my, one skein, what is it called? Let me grab the book, hold on.
What about holding two yarns together and making something worsted?
Yeah, I could, but you saw how, like, the last time I did stranded, that 4-stranded...
That was because that was way too many. I'm talking about 2.
4 yarns was too many? No, it wasn't. It's not too many. It
wasn't too many? Big tangled mess.
That was just one of them that kind of kapooted.
Mm-hmm.
I fixed that. I finally got around to that, and I started knitting on it again, and then realized, I hate you. And I set it back down. Okay, yeah. Maybe I really should stop pondering an owl and seriously work on my whips. I only get credit for 3 in the 3 months that we work, because you can only turn in 1 detention project a month.
You get extra badges, I think, if you do extra.
Sometimes. If they're off.
Badges!
Yeah. And they started up that Hedwig's Memorial Society for finishing your whips. That's just in Slytherin. Sorry. Why do you make a face?
I don't like thinking about Hedwig dead. She's alive in most of the books, and that's how I like to remember her. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Don't make me sad.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sad.
One of the twins is dead and Dumbledore dies. Spoiler alert.
This is the spoiler episode.
Spoilers. Spoilers everywhere. So, yeah. No. I'm sorry. Like, given how much fan fiction I read where everyone is alive and well, yeah, you know that I don't subscribe to everyone dying either. But canon is what canon is, and we don't have to like it. Sorry.
I don't know if I can be in Slytherin anymore.
Sorry. That's just my personal opinions.
I'm just kidding. Okay, what are we talking about?
I have no idea. Hedwig Memorial Society. So, I'm just... Stop making faces. You're getting me right in the feels. Try one more time. Hedwig Memorial Society. Stiff upper lip. Stiff upper lip.
How about it's just Hedwig Society?
Yeah, okay, we'll just call it the Hedwig Society for my little sister who cannot handle it. So...
She was the best friend a boy could have! Okay, I'm done.
This is like going to be the most emotional episode.
Okay, Hedwig Society.
For the owls that people don't get finished, it's supposed to help us stay on target for our whips and stuff, and we can get reminders every Wednesday to work on a whip. You don't have to work on it on a Wednesday, it's just, you get a reminder like, hey, you should be working on your whips if you sign up for that, which is really helpful. Except last semester I didn't work on any whips at all because that shawl kicked my butt. But the semester before that it was really helpful because I wasn't quite so studiously engaged in one project. Because that was the semester that I did 8 smaller projects.
Yeah.
Which was still kind of kicking my butt, but a lot more manageable. Anywho, I don't even know where we were going.
Okay, well, that's all my whips. I am really boring right now.
Just washcloths?
Yeah, I haven't finished anything either. Have you finished anything?
I have. Yay! But it's just like the size of my thumbnail. But anyway.
Show.
I haven't tied off the ends completely. I haven't cut and glued. Ugh, it's so hard to show because it's so tiny. Hold on. So this is my like a little practice tatted flower that I made. lighting.
I like
Come on,
it. Cute.
do it. Let me hold it by the little thread so you can see. It's got like
It's
5.
for me.
It is for you. If you get into Slytherin.
Well, they didn't even ask me what my backup choice was, so I don't know.
Well,
But I
hopefully
think
no one
I
knows
put like
what house you were in.
because I want to be in Slytherin. What other like I want to play? You know, it's that
Mhm.
question like if I can't be in that house, I don't want to play, or
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, and
I'm like
that's
get over
always what I
yourself.
put.
What?
Because really, I'd rather just go SOS, student on sabbatical, than be in another house. At least at this point, maybe if after I got 10 terms or something, maybe I'll go wandering, but yeah, probably not. I love Slytherin too much. I'm sorry, guys. Everybody else is lovely, but Slytherin's the most lovely. Anyway, hopefully you get in. Hopefully they don't
It's
know
so
what
funny because I'm like,
you were
really?
arguing.
People feel like that? People do that? Psh, whatever. I'll go anywhere. It's so funny that you're that person.
Yep. I know, it's like, we look so alike and people confuse us all the time, and yet we are completely different people.
I mean, we're pretty similar, but we are
Yeah.
on the things that matter. Slytherin and Ravenclaw.
Yay!
We're different. Anyway.
So
All right.
true.
Cool.
Anyway, so that's
Anything
my
else?
only actual finished object. Sorry,
Okay.
guys, that's so tiny,
I
but...
don't have anything else. I don't have my notes today. What's next?
Ooh, I forgot one other whip.
Hurry.
I've been rotating through all my whips. Sorry, guys. I'm like Whipsville over here. So, I'm also working...
Get it whipping
Huh?
together. I don't know. I was trying to make something funny, but it didn't come out. You go now. I'm going to stop.
Some days it's just like that. I got another, I'd say, project on the shuttle going on. Because I want to do more tatting. I love you, tatting! So, yeah. That's kind of where my interest has been.
And one of the Ravenclaw, I think she's our head girl now.
Yeah.
She might have prefer. I don't know. Anyway, she does tatting.
Ah.
And she was all excited one term. She's like, I can fit tatting into 4 classes. Yay! I'm only doing tatting. Like, she was taking a break from... I don't even know if she's a knitter or crocheter, but...
Yeah. I'm really hoping they give us some more prompts, because the last two months, they weren't very open to non-Ravelry crafts.
No.
I was
And
not...
you know, it's their prerogative.
I know, but...
It's their
I
game.
like creativity. Anyway, I'm trying to teach myself some more tatting techniques, because my tatting stuff's very simple, but now that I've reminded myself, like, the basics, I'm going to try to do a few more things, up it up a little bit, and, make bridges, and try to do with 2 shuttles, because I haven't done that before. So that should be exciting. I'm very excited to learn some new tatting techniques.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. And color changes and all that fun stuff, but one thing at a time.
Yeah.
And that's if I'm not working on my
Those color
2,000
changes.
other whips. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Next segment.
Next segment.
I have no idea what's next.
Oh,
I rely
well,
on
this
you.
is not good. No, don't rely on me. I don't have notes today. We tradesies, remember? Tradesies?
Oh, yeah.
Shootsies. Brainy moments? Sure.
Okay, sure. Brainy moments.
Got nothing. I haven't been doing anything. Nothing brainy.
Ooh, I know I had one, and now I can't I completely blanked out.
I do have one.
I do have one, but I wasn't sure if it was going to show up.
We had brain mind
first.
You first.
You first.
Okay.
We'll thumb wrestle for it.
So I'm doing the even star shawl.
Yes.
And apparently the border takes the most yarn. Because I ordered some yarn for the gradient color, like in a gradient colorway. And she's like, okay, do you want the border in the light color or in the darker color? And I said, in the darker color. And I was like, why does she need to know? And then it's because so I have my gradient yarn. There's more of the darker color. So I thought it was interesting. Okay, that's it. Your turn.
Pew! Fastest brainy moment on record.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I was actually going to try to do was show, with tatting, the most basic stitch, but I, wasn't sure if it would show up. So I might try to make that into a separate video to see if I can get it close enough on my hands, because there's a way you pop the thread that if you don't know and you're just reading about it in a book, it's kind of hard to understand what they're talking about. because the dominant thread kind of switches place. So I was going to try to demo that. But I think I really will just like try to tilt my camera and get focused on my hands so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Because otherwise, as you can tell from this little teeny tiny project, it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing with tatting. Maybe I'll use some big old thread. That's a better idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that till now.
Or yarn.
Yes, that's what I meant. You know, like some worsted so you can see what I'm actually doing. Or, you know, like big old thick boat cord. And then you loop it around. Okay, maybe not. So that'll hopefully be next week's rainy moment then.
Awesome.
I gotta make a note to figure out some kind of little fake shuttle for that. Anyway, next segment. I have no idea what's next. Shiny, maybe. Could be. Possibly.
I have shiny.
Yay! I want to see it. I gotta see it.
My yarn came for my shawl.
Okay. Woo! Looks so good.
Get it together in the right order, and then we can do the zoom up.
Zoom. Shoo.
Oh, here, I'll do it that way. And that way.
Although the color was better when it was back a bit. There you go. That's a little better. Oh, yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yay!
Yay! So, this is the one that I have the most of.
Uh-huh.
It's thicker than the others, but, I'm super excited.
Yay! Did you already buy that pattern?
Huh?
Did you already buy that pattern?
They sell the pattern and the yarn at the same time. You can buy them at the same time. So I just bought it at the same time.
Cool.
So I guess, because this is one of the yarns. I found out about it because it's one of the yarns that's on the pattern page.
Oh.
That's how I found out about it. So she must have some kind of, deal thing with them. And I wanted to make sure that I got a yarn. It's gigantic and you have to block it heavily. So you need a yarn that's going to be able to do that.
Right.
So this is 50/50 silk merino. I am a little concerned with the, I wanted a gradient that didn't have a lot of contrast in the individual skeins.
Mm-hmm.
And this one has some high contrast here.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, how it works out. I'm sure I'll love it.
It's a pretty nice yarn. Oh, did you mention what the brand is of the yarn?
No. It's Unique Sheep is the maker. They're Hand Dye Yarn Company. And they make gradient colorways. So you can order your yarn in like a color changey colorway. So they have a large variety of colorways, and it sounds like it's just like two ladies who do it, because I called and one of them said, oh yeah, the other one, she's the one who dyes that, so she'll be dyeing that one.
Oh, okay.
It's her colorway. And I was like, oh, okay, that's
pretty
fun. Yeah, so anyway, all right.
No shiny for me.
Okay,
good. Oh, but I have to tell you about, there was almost accidental shiny this week, because on my Tuesday afternoon knit group, somebody was like, oh, and I found this lady and she has alpaca stuffs, and they were like, and we brought it in, and oh, isn't it nice and squishy, and it's $30 a skein, and I was like, put it down, don't touch it. Okay, I touched it. I totally touched it, and I squeezed it, and it was really soft, and it's alpaca. It was so cute.
but you have alpaca.
I knew.
You have already lots of.
I knew, but it wasn't this color.
I know.
Anyway,
it's hard.
That was really good.
That's good.
Yeah. And I think everybody thought that I would buy some because I love the ladies in that group, but they all buy Red Heart. They're not fancy yarners. And I was like, I can't buy this. Like, I've got a yarn diet going on. But thanks for coming in. Sorry about that. I hope nobody told you I actually would buy it. I don't feel bad enough to actually buy something when I'm not supposed to be buying stuff, but yeah.
No.
Exactly. I still felt kind of bad.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't.
It was one of those, like, I did it for you, and you're like, oh, but no thanks.
Yeah, well, you didn't ask me.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you ask me? Because I would have told you don't bother, because I already have lots of alpaca that I just bought.
Yep.
And I'm sure it'll be lovely, but I don't need it.
Yep. Pretty much. And it was a little overpriced for what you're getting. Just a smidge.
So, just so
Anyway.
you know, I'm a little less chatty today because I'm not feeling very well. So if it seems like I'm rushing through segments,
That's fine.
it's just where I am today, folks. Moving right along. I'm done with Shiny. Sounds like we're coming to your end, unless you have anything else for Shiny.
Nope. I did so good that I don't have any shiny this week. Woohoo!
Okay. What's next?
I have no idea.
Books
It's
to stick your nose in.
Oh, okay. I read a smidge more of Orphan Train. I still haven't read much of it, just because I haven't picked it up. I've been very bad. And I actually started rereading some Shakespeare, which I totally won't bore you by reading. I know Shakespeare is not everybody's cup of tea, but it's my cup of tea. So yeah. What was I rereading? Oh, The Tempest.
You like that one.
I do. I like a lot of them.
But you particularly like The Tempest.
I would say it's one of my top 5.
See. I know these things.
I think out of all the ones that I read and reread, it's probably, well, maybe. Macbeth is always my number 1 favorite. Always. Ever since I was a wee tyke. Because I'm just crazy, apparently. And I like depressing stories with people losing their heads and losing their minds.
Yay!
Yay! I'm covered in blood!
Episode titled, Yay, I'm covered in blood!
Yeah.
That'll keep them coming back.
Maybe not.
Maybe not? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have not been reading anything.
Okay. Oh,
not even boring, like, teaching books.
Oh. Not even that?
Well, no. I read a non-boring teaching book. It's called Singing Games for Children.
Yay!
It's by, I can't remember her first name, but her last name's Gagne, Gagne.
Uh-huh.
And I found a singing game in it that I used with my 2nd grade, and I'll sing it for you. That'll be something new and exciting in this segment.
That's a good,
if I can remember it.
Chance to figure out what I was doing here. I have no idea what I was doing with this thing.
Oh, King Glory of the mountain is so high, it nearly touched the sky. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, follow me. Oh, King Glory of the mountain is so high, it nearly touched the sky. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, follow me. Oh, King, and it just keeps going on and around. And you have the kids stand in a circle.
Huh?
The kids stand in a circle.
Uh-huh.
And this circle is moving. You just pick a direction it's moving in. And then one person is on the outside.
Uh-huh.
Going the opposite direction. And so on the tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, they tap people. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3.
Uh-huh.
And the third person goes and joins them in the outside circle. So eventually everyone's in the outside circle and one person is crowned the king or queen. And then you start all over. So, and the kids loved it.
Yay!
So that was fun. Yay,
it's
books!
all the touchy games, I guess, like dodgeball.
Well, and I have, tap shoulders.
Yeah.
Because in the book, it was like, touch their head, and it was like, no.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea.
No. Smack!
I know, right?
Like, what the? No.
Someone who
tap
didn't actually work
tap 2, tap 3, follow me. Yeah. And some of the kids, like, one of my classes, they are all, like, trying to boss each other around, and I'm like, you don't get to make decisions, I do. Will you keep playing the game so that I can help you play? Let's go. Let's play the game.
Yay!
Yay! Okay. Anything else for books?
Yes. One more.
Yes.
So I was trying out another thing I've talked about this before, but I got the number wrong. This is 75, not 45, or whatever else I said. floral blocks to crochet. So I started trying to do another one in this, and it was driving me crazy. And I don't know why. I just was having so much trouble with it. So I think I might frog it. Try it again. I think I'm just
doing
trying
things that you hate. Pick another one.
Pretty much. I need to stop picking ones that are like advanced and do the intermediate to easy. So the easy ones are all like granny.
Very advanced.
I know, I'm
Super Master Advanced.
Super duper Master Advanced. Oh, that sounds like a good one for me. Yeah, no. Learn from your mistakes.
Oh. Are we done with books?
We're done with books.
I want to go back to Shiny. Because you were talking about almost shiny?
Yes.
I had an almost shiny.
Okay, go ahead.
And I wanted to talk about it. I found a new store. And that's the other thing. Because I'm so excited about this store. Pookie. I'm so excited. It has yarn.
Yes.
And fabric.
Oh.
It's like fabric mecca. I thought I didn't have a fabric store around here. So even if I wanted to quilt, I figured like I wouldn't be able to because there was no quilting store.
Right.
There's no place to go get fabric.
Right.
But I found it.
But you were wrong.
I was wrong.
The quilters will survive.
And I was also sad because, like, I need a place to get my clover needles. Like, I like clover needles. Cheap clover needles. They're my favorite. I like my interchangeables because if I want to change, like, if I just want to try out swatching and stuff, it makes it really easy. But I like my, like, because for this shawl, I'm going to need, like, 4 different sizes of 3s, you know, like, so... Yeah, anyway, I was really excited to find it. And that they have, like, my clover needles, but they also have Addy Turbos, and they have Lantern Moon, and they have, like, you want cheap needles, you want really expensive needles. Like, here they all are. You know, I'm not going to try and judge you about what kind of needles you need.
Right?
Their yarn selection was pretty good. I still don't have anywhere around me that carries Cascade 220. I know you can order it online, but I'd like to be able to, like, see it to pick colors and stuff.
Right.
But, whatevers. They did have a 100% mulberry silk yarn, like lace yarn, that was like, oh, this is so nice. I had made my friends feel it. And then one of them turned it over the label and was like, $50! I'm like, yeah.
That's why you don't turn the label over. You just put it on the counter. When you like it, just buy it.
So,
yeah.
Well, you know, I just bought the yarn for the blanket, and I got this yarn that, like, you know.
Right.
Tara's like, you got more yarn? Yes, I got more yarn.
That's hilarious. But it's for a different project you don't understand.
Yeah. It's for the wedding. Okay. Moving right along. Sorry, I had to go back. Hyperventilate.
Oh.
I don't have anything. You got anything?
No.
Okay, here we go. I Spy. I found a list, by the way. I was like, oh, I do have a list. It's right here.
Yay!
Yay!
Ravenclaw triumphs again.
Have you seen anybody lately? Because I have something really exciting.
Can
I share my really exciting first?
Go for it.
I'm really excited.
Go for it.
Okay, so I went out to go hiking, and like at the trailhead, there's it's kind of like a wooded area, but there's still houses, you know, here and there. And somebody had llamas in their like backyard.
The llamas!
Oh, good, there's 2! Yay! So it made me really happy. Okay, that's all. Your turn.
That's pretty cool. I can't top llamas. The only thing I've seen this week is a cat.
Oh.
And I love him.
Aren't we exciting this week?
I know. We're just like the most boring people this week. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
We're the boring sisters.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Your party.
Oh, I was listening to some, was it EDM Trap, by Bauer? I think the name of it was Swerve, but don't quote me on it. Anyway, it's just kind of like, another form of like, electronic dance music. The beats are very particular to that genre. But that's what I've been liking and listening to lately is that genre of electronic music. So I'll link to that.
Cool.
And I've been also listening to. There's like a couple streaming radio stations on YouTube that play trap, and there's two kinds of trap. So this makes it kind of difficult. The original trap is like trap rap, and then they took some of the sort of clips from that kind of genre of rap and turned it into dance music, which is completely different than rap. So if you are trying to figure out what I'm talking about with trap, there's basically two completely separate genres. One's rap, one's not.
Interesting.
Yeah. And, some people, it's kind of because they've taken, something that was originally someone else's work and kind of sampled from that, of course that makes people mad. And they're like, you can't. Trap is something different. It's not electronic music. It's rap, and so it starts getting a little political about people not being happy about things being sampled. But that's electronic music. It's an unstoppable force. And I still like it. Pretty much. Anyway, what about you? What have you been listening to?
Michelle Nijiconcello.
It died. All I can see is cello.
Yeah, so I don't know how to say her name. The album is titled Weather. Came out in 2013.
Uh-huh.
I found NPR has a NPR music website.
Oh yeah, you talked about that.
One of their people is Steven something. And he likes moody music. Make yourself like melodramatic sad music. And I like melodramatic sad music. This is not altogether melodramatic sad music, but
close enough for government work.
He put I was sidetracked by my own conversation. I'm winning today, folks.
I'm winning.
He put together a 2013, his favorite albums of the year, and this is one of them. I was looking for some new music, and that's one of the ways that I found some new stuff.
Right.
So this was on it, so I sampled some stuff and then bought it. And I've been enjoying it, and this is what I listened to while I was walking to work the other day.
Okay.
Anything else for Ear Party?
No. I've been listening to a lot of stuff, but I'm trying to keep it simple for ear parties now.
Walks in the Urban Wilderness.
I've been bad.
I don't know what that was for.
We're totally
I'm
goofball.
a little punchy. Your turn. Walks in the Urban Wilderness. How you doing?
I've been bad.
Oh, look, knitting.
Sorry. I've been sitting a lot because I've been reading a lot. I did a little gardening yesterday, and of course on Tuesdays, but I need to sit less. I've been bad.
Did you not get your walks in?
Nope.
You could do better next week. As I tell the children, you can try again.
Yay! Yeah. And I will. I've been lazy this week, and I know that, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. You did really good for 3 months in a row or something, so one off week, whatever.
Pretty much. And I'm still kind of recovering from being sick, so I'm not stressing about not doing it. Next week if I don't get my rearing gear, I'll be a little harder on myself, but...
Well, no, we'll just step it up and I'll start bothering you, is what'll happen.
How funny.
You know?
Yep. How are you doing?
Being hard on yourself never helps, right? It just makes you feel like you're shit about yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So
why bother?
You're just no, I'm just gonna try again.
Pretty much.
I'm doing great. I wanted to walk or bike to work more than I rode my car, but that didn't quite happen. I'm still trying to figure out with my computer, because I carry my computer back and forth because my classroom doesn't have a computer. Surprise, surprise! Yeah. And I'm a teacher in the digital age and need a computer.
Right.
So, anyway, I have to manage, because if I need my computer at home or I need it at school, then I have to take my car. I don't have I don't have the back part of my bike to put stuff in yet, so it's
Okay.
just working on it. But I biked to work one day, and I walked the other day, and then today I rode 18 miles or 14 miles or something. I don't remember what, but some of it was downhill because I went one direction, and I was like, hey, this is kind of mostly downhill. Oh well, I'm still counting it. But I went with my friend who was running.
Uh-huh.
She drove her car out to where we were going, ran back into town. I met her. I rode my bike while she ran.
Runners. How do they work? I don't know. I've never been a runner,
ran
so.
like 20 miles or something today.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
I've always wanted to be a runner, but, asthma. It gets in the way of that.
Well, every time I start running, I get sick. So I think it's my body's just like, no. Stop
Nope.
it.
Can't be running.
No. So I go back to walking and hiking.
Yeah, I mean, I power walk sometimes, but in general, I walk fast just because I walk fast.
I mean, I can walk forever. I'll just
Yeah.
keep walking. Like, I could just walk.
Yeah, as Dad probably knows, when I have something like shopping to do, I will walk forever. Poor Dad.
Yeah.
Long-suffering father.
Yes.
At least now he doesn't have to take me shopping everywhere, and it's my boyfriend that has to do that. And have
I
his
think
feet.
we're in random remnants.
We're totally in random. I feel like we're missing a segment, though.
Nope. We went through all of them.
You sure?
Yeah, we just didn't talk about hyperventilate.
Maybe that's why. I've not been hyperventilating over anything, I guess. How sad. My life feels so full of things, but maybe it's just because it's full of whips. My life is full of whips. Which I totally get excited about. I'm like, oh, I love this project, then I pick it up, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of tedious, and then I set it down again.
That's okay.
All right, but I do think, a cowl, much shorter.
I have something to talk about for random remnants today.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
Terry and I signed up for a community-supported agriculture
Oh, okay.
thing. So, in case you don't know, community-supported agriculture is where people like you and me who are not farmers pledge to buy a box of food from farms.
Okay.
Sometimes the CSA is from one farm, so you just pledge like I'm gonna buy a box of produce from you every other week or every week or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And you don't really get a say in what goes in the box. It's just like whatever is in season.
Uh-huh.
And you usually can opt out of things. Like if you hate broccoli, you could be like, I don't want broccoli.
Right.
So our box had carrots and beets and broccoli and zucchini and a cucumber, and it had a lettuce and kale, and it was so much fun. So we got our first one last Tuesday, and we are signed up for like their smallest box, and we're signed up for every other week, which is good because like I don't know if we're going to be able to eat all this stuff. But Terry made zucchini bread.
Okay.
I've been eating lots of sandwiches to try and eat the lettuce, and made salads the other day to eat the lettuce and the carrots, and so. And some oranges and tangerines.
Yeah.
But it's the one that we are a part of is a little store. They have a little store near our house, and they get deliveries from a couple of local farms. So we have a little bit more variety than you might get from just one farm.
That's good.
Yeah, and
Right.
the boxes, they reuse their boxes. So we actually have two boxes. One is here and one is over there. So like when we go pick up our box for next week, we'll take our old box.
Okay.
So I really like that because like these plants have never seen plastic. Like they've never been in a plastic bag. They've never seen plastic. So I kind of like that.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, reduction of packaging is a pretty important
Huge
thing to think about.
Yeah, and I love Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
I do not love how packaged their food is. Like I honestly don't go there that much anymore because I'm just like tired of all their packaging.
We're bad about it in our household, but
Yeah. Well, you also don't have an oven,
yeah, we don't have a lot of things.
so.
But that would probably change. And we've been eating healthier the past like 2 weeks or so.
And my motto is because I like if it's not easy to eat, I just won't. I'll just like forget
Yeah,
or like whatever. So
it's
if that
hard.
starts happening, then I go to Trader Joe's and I stock up on easy to eat and fast. You
Right.
know, because it's more important to eat,
Yeah, than worrying about the environment.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
And that's one of the things that we balance in our household as well
yeah,
is, you know, are we both depressed? Because then things aren't going to get done.
yeah.
So you got to be realistic about balancing life and worrying about things that are out of your control.
But the CSA has been, I don't know. It was just like opening a box of Christmas presents. It was so much fun.
Yeah, fresh stuff is always fun, I think.
Yeah, the
And
beets
then
are still in the fridge, so we need to get
how
to those soon.
how big is how much volumetrically are you getting?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
That's why I listed off the things that we got.
Oh, okay.
Put all of that stuff in a box in your head, and that's how much we got.
My head. Yeah. But I guess my ultimate question is: do you still have to go to the farmer's market to get stuff, or is that covering pretty much all your produce needs?
Um, I still went and got a couple extra things like bananas, and we didn't get any avocados, and I wanted to get some goat cheese
Mm-hmm.
because then I made goat cheese, avocado, lettuce sandwiches.
Uh-huh.
And I found a place near us that makes bread that has no preservative crap in it.
Hmm.
Excuse my language. And it also doesn't have sugar in it. Our bread is highly sugared here in the United States. People come to the United States and they're like, why is your bread so sweet?
Yep. And Chris is figuring that out now because he has to cut down on his sugars now that they were like, you're pre-diabetic. You gotta knock that off,
Yeah.
So he's switching to a lot of things that have like Splenda in them, and knocked off he eats a lot of sugar stuffs and carbs that turn into sugar. So he's starting to figure out like there's sugar in everything I'm eating, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I've done that for a while. Glad you're figuring it out now. Yay! It's really hard, like to try to change your eating habits.
Yeah, well, and this bread is good. I like the bread, and but it molds faster. It doesn't have
Yeah,
preservatives in it, so
right.
we have to eat it. We have to eat a loaf of bread in like 3 days.
I know.
You know.
You have to plan for that.
Next time I'm gonna try keeping it in the fridge and see if it lasts any longer.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't.
Sometimes you freeze it too.
Yeah, freeze half of it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, and that's a really good idea because these, for whatever reason, they double back them, so they're in 2 bags. So I could easily take out one bag, put half of it in the freezer.
I usually if we're not going through bread a lot, I'll just put it in the freezer anyway, and then I just warm up whatever I need in the microwave. Because it just if we're not going through it, it's like you're wasting the money for a whole loaf of bread, because it just goes bad in a few days. Why bother? It's like you still need bread, but I don't want to have to buy a whole loaf every time I need 3 slices.
Yeah.
So it gives me a longer window of opportunity if I just freeze it. Anyway, we were totally randoming all over the place.
Well, that's why this is Random Remnants.
Yes. And I'm already one row in and already about ready to throw this whip across the room.
But you got one row done! Yay! Oh, look, there's my washcloth is getting bigger.
It's getting bigger as we watch. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think that's it.
Next week. Now that we've totally random.
Later. See you later. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for putting up with our random stuff.
Yay.
Outtakes!